who are most silent when they speak the most. One of those you will not understand, thinking that you understand them. One of those lovers of dreams about distant, beloved cities and riverbanks. I am one of the countless ones, but I am one of those refined who love to swear a lot. One of those too good people who become proud, vindictive hoarders when wounded. One of those through whose being drift both white and dark clouds. I am a drowning man who holds only on to his own hand. I am one of those who keep silent about their deepest truths, so as not to disturb someone's peace or have their soul stolen. But I am also that child lost on the road, crying out for love. I am one of those who will never openly tell you where the echo of their thoughts sails, yet will be sad if you do not understand them. One of those who love to feel those beautiful tremors in the air and within themselves. One of those ugly on the outside with pearls inside. Have not yet discovered another word. I am a failed young linguist. I am one of those who withhold certain things so they would not be stolen, and yet like to have them stolen. One of those firmly on the ground and yet so beautifully detached from its hard crust, somewhere between dusk and dawn. One of those who long for your eyes and get frightened of themselves when they see themselves in them. I am one of those, not of these, and I am not here because I do not like black circles that become ever darker. A strange simplicity that reaches surprising complexity. One of those who love freedom of spirit, breath, movement, peace. One of those who love without caring whether the loved person finds them ridiculous with all their faces of love. I am one of those cheerful clowns who perform giving joy to others without wanting their own sorrow revealed. I am one of those countless ones, but one of those who like to be felt as a secret and who love others because they are an eternal mystery. One of those who will breathe you in as if for the first and last time. One of those little creatures who recognize you by scent and know you hide a beast within yourself. But I am also a sponge of everything noble in you. I am one of those foolish ones who think whom to bequeath shoelaces, shoes, hair, lips, breath, and cheek. To whom to bequeath books, words, and colors. To whom to bequeath clay touched only by my hands. To whom to bequeath the plate from which I ate and the favorite cup from which I drank my first morning coffee. To whom to bequeath the pencil with which I wrote the most beautiful madness of my mind. wash away with words, paint and clay. I am that child lost on the street, crying to be taken in. But I am also a drowning man who holds only on to his own hand. I am one of those who create dark storms and the happiest fireworks while sinking into thoughts. One of those who need their batteries recharged. One of those who you may not see for thousands of years, yet will still think of you as the closest one and love you unconditionally. I am one of those who do not like logic, one of those confused, clumsy, disoriented and lost, and precisely in that the most beautiful. I am one of those crooked-legged, tilted, overly sensitive, and somewhat too large for this here and this now. I am one of those filters that receive and purify, one of those that suffocate and give oxygen. I am one of those, not the countless ones, but I'm one of those who keep silent about their deepest truths, so as not to disturb someone's peace or have their soul stolen. But I am also that child lost on the road, crying out for love. I am one of those who sometimes write their foolish ramblings as if they were the greatest truths and values. One of those who give away small things, believe